Hey, Tony Gaskins here popping in. Now, I want to make a video for the singles because, I notice a lot of frustration in the single life. And I want you to understand something. You always hear and you hear dating coaches, so I've heard that it's a lot of dating coaches saying that when you are happy being single, that's when you're going to meet somebody. And what you need to understand about that is it is true, but what it means is that your heart and your spirit has to be in alignment so that you can attract what's for you. Because when you single and you lonely and you allow that loneliness to turn into bitterness and you allow that bitterness to turn into frustration. See, if you get to the point to where you despise married people, you despise relationship coaches, dating coaches, love coaches because of what they're talking about, and your person still hasn't come to you in your life, then guess what? That truly means that you're not ready for a relationship, because you can't attract something pure when your heart is impure. So when you are in frustration and angst and worry and desperation and anger to the point that you want to argue with people, you want to go in the comments arguing, that is a sign that you're not really ready, that you haven't fully done the work. And you have to understand that, because when you sour patch face and you walking around with the sour patch face, your potential mate, your partner, sees you and can read on your countenance, can read your displeasure, can read your frustration, can read your bitterness. But when you get to the place to where you could be cool, calm, and collected, and what a relationship coach is saying, what a married couple is saying, it doesn't bother you. You can hear it and you can say, all right, I know mine on the way. Yeah, you right. All right, mine on the way. And you just could be cool, calm, and collected, and you're at peace to where somebody's opinion doesn't ruffle your feathers about your single life, because you know who you are and you know where you're at. And see, a lot of us, we miss that. A lot of us go from brokenness to brokenness, go from toxic relationship to toxic relationship, and we miss that space of singleness where you can heal and you can become whole. So understand me now. Understand me. That's why I wrote the book called Single Is Not a Curse, because I thought it was a curse. And when I got into a relationship and had to try to make that relationship work, that's when I started to realize and appreciate single life. That's when I started to look back at single life when I was in relationships and say, that single life wasn't too bad now. And then I started to look back when the relationship got toxic, when a relationship got draining. You say, man, I wish when I was single, I would have did this, I would have did that. I would have took more time in this area. I would have focused more in this area. When you get into a relationship, things are different. Even in a healthy relationship, you can't just do anything you want to do, because your partner sees the world differently. So it ain't your way or the highway when you're in a relationship. So you might want to go open this business. You might want to go backpack around the world for a year. You might want to go buy this house. You might want to go get this car. You might want to go spend this on shopping. You might want to remodel your whole house. When you in a relationship, you married, you can't just do what you want to do. And you got to compromise, because not everything can be your way. And rightfully so, because doing what you want to do sometimes could be the wrong decision. Sometimes you could be making a bad choice. But see, when you single and you get focused on what you can focus on, and you stop worrying about arguing with people in a relationship, you stop worrying about arguing and debating with relationship coaches who do that every day. You stop going back and forth with them, and you just get at peace with your truth, with where you are. And then you could get to a place to where you teaching singles. I hear some single people say, oh, I'm tired of hearing people in a relationship, people married, tell single people what they need to do. Well, you get to the place of being happy and whole while you single, and then you help uplift and inspire the bitter singles like you used to be. The singles that's frustrated and angry. You help uplift and inspire them if that's what you feel is the best place advice coming from. The reason why I talk to singles, because being married and having been single, I see the difference. Being married, I now know what I should have been doing when I was single, and what I should have been getting into when I was single. See, could I do it over, I would have focused more on me, on my brand, on my business, on my hopes, on my dreams. I would have dug deeper in my career. I would have started my business, started 2-3 businesses, and got it on the ground so that when I meet my wife, she coming into it and she see my grind, she see how I move. I would have worked on my relationship with the Lord. I would have perfected my spirit, consecrated my spirit, not perfect in the sense, but I would have been working toward perfection. I would have been focusing more on spending time with my family, taking my mama and my sister and my daddy, doing family trips and taking them places and really spending that time with them, because being married with kids, you don't get that time for your family. It's hard to say, oh, I want to take my sister and my mom and my daddy to see this part of the world, when you got a wife and you got kids that you need to take to this part to see the world, and you can't afford to take all 8 people. So you got to take care of yours that you done brought into the world that you're responsible for. You got to worry about the one that now you married to, that come before any and everybody, any and everything. So it's different when you get in a relationship. I have a client who, she has a business and she has opened 6 offices. She literally got 6 different locations around the country. And she is single. She's a single mother. She can do that. And when I talk to her, I say, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Because when you get with a man, you now have to answer to that man. When a man get with a woman, he now has to answer to that woman. And if your spouse does not feel that this next move is the best move, you can't make that move, because y'all have to be on one accord. But when you single, you want to open an office. My client, she got office in Chicago, office in Charlotte, office in Miami, office in Atlanta, office in LA. Just did another deal. Did a deal, about to open up another 6 offices. About to have 12 offices. Got over 30 employees. Look, when you get in a relationship, that man might say, hey, or the woman might say, hey, you're doing a lot of flying. You're in a different city every week. You know that 19 out here. What if you catch that 19 in one of these cities and you bring it back home to the kid? What if you on a plane and you inhaling all kind of 19, and you know you got underlying health issues? You catch that 19, you out of here. So listen, I want you to chill out. I want you to sit down. You need to raise somebody else up so they can do all that flying. Your spouse may bring up that concern. And now you may say, oh, you hating on me. Oh, you trying to block my blessing. Oh, you trying to hinder me. No, that might be a legitimate concern. And I was getting ready to open me another business. I talked to my wife about it. She said, no, it's not the time for that one, because who is it gonna directly benefit? You don't need the money. You're not running the business. The money not directly for your family, to feed your family. So you're gonna have a random employee in there running the business, and it's just more stress. You're already tired. You already pull a million different ways. It's not the time. Me, I just was gonna do it just to be doing it, just to feel the thrill of opening a business. And if I was single, I would have did it. If I was single, I would have done so much stuff that would not have been smart. If I was single right now, I have me a barbershop, I have me a used car sale lot, I have me a food truck, I have me an indoor restaurant, I have me a men's grooming salon thing, I have me a mobile detailing company, I have me a landscape company. And I know it may sound good when you listen, oh, that's a mogul. Oh, you're a mogul. You got all that. And, you know, one day, yeah, I have the money to just do that. But I have all that right now. That 19 hit, I'm swimming in debt. I'm doing backstroke in debt. Because everything shut down. Can't nobody come in there. I got to pay rent still. Or half of the rent. So now, I'm in over my head. Now I'm feeling all kind of depressed. I'm all sad. But having a wife, I can't do what I would do when I was single. So see, when you single, you need to be focused on the things that you can do that might not even be the smartest thing in the world. Backpacking for a year around the world. You might want to get that out your system. Eat, pray, love. You might want to get that out your system right now, because when you get married, your husband or your wife might be allergic to mosquitoes. Oh, I can't go over there. I cannot go over there. We can't do that. You know, I got this immune deficiency issue. I got to be next to the machine. But you in love. She's like, yeah, you right. You right. We got to be here with your machine. So you get stung, you'll be dead. One of them mosquitoes over there in the Nile sting you. I'm gonna have to bury you over there in the Nile. So your life changes. Anything could come up. Anything could happen. So when you single, listen, stop arguing with married folk. Stop arguing with relationship coaches. Stop worrying about other people's opinion and stop looking outward and look within. What do you need to do? My client that I just was telling you about makes 6 figures a month. Not a year, make 6 figures a month. So now she focused on her. She did all of this. She did all this. And then boom, then met a man that she dated. And guess what? He came into it. So listen up, playboy. Listen up, playboy. All this right here was already up and running. You don't get no say. So this my flying schedule. These my offices. These my 2 children. All right. You see the whole package, you want it or not. He get to decide. As for right now, he say, yeah, I'm gonna take me a bite of this. I want to be here. And hey, so see, when you single, you get to set your life up. You get to set your life up. So when somebody come in, they get in where they fit in. They don't get to come in calling all kind of shots. See, when you meet somebody and you broke, busted, and disgusted, now y'all building together, which ain't nothing wrong with that, but they get to call a whole lot of shots. And when they calling them shots, you got to honor the shot. If that's your spouse, you got to honor that, because if you dishonor that, then you out of the covenant. You done broke your vows. Now you done block your blessings. So see, when you single, get on your grind. Where your book at? Where your book at? Where book number 2 at? Where the series, where the trilogy at? While you single, see, when you focus on you, you should be so busy working on you. I just did an interview with one of my life coaches. I'm gonna post it later. She's single and she working on her. She investing thousands of dollars into her. And then guess what? She making thousands of dollars back through her companies, through her businesses. She focused on her. She said she done spent more money on self-development in the last year than she done ever spent in her life on herself. And guess what? I'm seeing how she's reaping the return. She's reaping the harvest based on what she's sown. So instead of sitting there crying every night on your pillow and you mad with God, God said, you ain't waiting on me. I'm waiting on you. I done told you, but I keep trying to send a write your book. I done told you, start your nonprofit company. I done told you, start your LLC. I done told you to get your trademark. I done told you to get them 5-10 pounds off of you that you want. I done told you to put them 5-10 pounds on you that you want. See, your husband right here, But I can't send him before you ready. Because when he come in there, it's going to change some things. Situation going to change. So now the stuff that you're supposed to be birthing right now, you're going to be birthing something else when he come. Either the children y'all adopting, the dogs you adopting, or the kids that you having. You finna be birthing something else when right now you supposed to be on TonyGassonAcademy.com birthing your book right now. Right now you supposed to be birthing your nonprofit organization right now. But you up every night. God, why have you forsaken me? I serve you. I pay my tithe. And it's like, Loose Booty 901 got a man. Butterfly Triple X got a man. She got a man. She on her third husband, Lord. He's in her third husband. Your pillow soaking wet. You can't even sleep. You done sweat your perm out. Because you mad with God. You arguing with God. But God said, listen. I'm omnipotent. I'm omnipresent. I'm the beginning and the end. I'm the Alpha and Omega. You got to get off your butt. Because, yeah, you got a good job. Yeah, you got a degree. Yeah, you got a house. Yeah, you got a car. But your heart still ain't right. You still on YouTube arguing with Tony Gasson. You still arguing. If the man ain't stepping on your toes, what you arguing with him for? If you in peace and prosperity, then who you arguing with? Because see, successful people ain't got time to argue. Successful people ain't got time to debate. So what I need you to do, brother, sister, son, daughter, what God talking to you, what I need you to do is I need you to keep working on you. And when you get to that space, you get to that spot, it's universal law. You attract what you are. When I say you attract what you are, I don't mean who walk up to you. I mean who you end up with. That's a reflection of you. I don't mean who approach you. I mean who you settle down with. That's a reflection of you. So if you ain't been able to settle down with who you want, keep working. Occupy until it's your turn. Your turn coming. I'm gonna tell you, I'm watching people who don't even fit inside. They don't fit the mold of what society says is handsome or beautiful. They might be outside of that mold. They might be outside of that mold to where their beauty is in the eye of God. God see them as beautiful. And their beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But on the grand scheme of things, in the world, the magazine will tell them that they are looks challenged. I'm watching people who the magazine say looks challenged, who the magazine say body is not right, but they got a man or they got a woman. And you know why? Because they got right in their life. They got their spirit right. They got their energy right. And they attracted what was for them. So listen, if you ain't happy where you at, keep working. Keep working. Get more knowledge. Work on yourself a little more. Get on mymentor.life and book your session with your coach. Book your session. Talk to your coach every week. You might say, oh, well, Tony, your rate $330. I can't afford, $1,200, $1,300 a month now. Well, can you afford $100 a month? It's coaching on there for $25 an hour. I might not be the coach for you. It's coaching on there $25 an hour. You spend $100 a week and just talk. Just talk through your worries. Talk through your fears. Talk through your concerns. Talk through that soul tie. And see, when I was interviewing the coach, she was telling about her client. Her client hired her from another country, from another continent. And her client then came and her client then produced her book. Her client then got her life coach certification. Her client then joined mymentor.life. She came for coaching. But just being able to talk through those dreams, being able to talk through those hopes, talk through those fears, through those worries, she produced them. I remember my client hired me from another country. This client was from another country and she was of another race. And she was of another generation. And in the midst of our coaching, she wrote her first book. She started her charity, her nonprofit organization. She started her events, doing her live events. She built business. She started coaching, started her coaching business. She built business. So then guess what? And she was single, and she was a single mother. See, you have to occupy. You got to get busy. Stop sitting around moping and complaining. Stop arguing with other people about their opinion. If it's not for you, let it go. Because just because it don't fit your life, just because it ain't for you, don't mean it ain't for somebody. So let that go. If it don't fit, you must quit. What they say, if it don't apply, let it fly. Scratch your booty and get glad. Don't be mad. Scratch your booty and get glad. And go on about your business. Go on, work on your company. Work on where your body at. Where your body at? All right, your body where you want it to be. Okay, what you complaining about then? What you complaining about being single then? You need to get your, because see, look, when you get your body where you want it to be, the type of person that you're going to attract is going to be different. You see what I mean? If I come up to you and I got this body right here, okay, and I'm at the beach and I got this body right here, and you see me, all right, back to my ebook. Now, if I come up to you, I'm a single man, and I got them abs, I got an 8-pack, muscles chiseled. You hear me? You can see cheekbones because I done lost some weight on my face. You can see cheekbones. You can see all that. Now, when you look at somebody like that, you put the ebook down. Why am I reading this when I got all this visual out here at this beach? You see what I'm saying? When you change, now listen, if I come up to you, if I wasn't who I am today online talking, but if I come up to you, hey, shawty, what up, girl? Hey, what it do? What the lit read? Hey, you heard what they said? Hey, it must have failed. I mean, I ain't mean to say it must have failed. I meant to say, did it hurt? Hey, did what hurt when you fell from heaven? Woo! Hey, shawty, hey, I ain't gonna be playing no game. Hey, give me your phone number. And I got 6 gold teeth, and I'm talking to you like that. What's gonna be your reaction? You cringing. But now, if a man come up to you, he ain't got them 6 gold teeth. He took them gold. I used to have 6 gold teeth. Yeah, me. He took them gold teeth out. Yes, excuse me, ma'am. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I saw you from across the way, and I just wanted to ask you, are you single? Yes. Oh, really? Okay. Well, are you open to meeting new people? Yeah. Well, would you mind if we exchange numbers? My name is such and such. And what's your name? You see what I mean? Now this man come up to you, he got his degree. Even if he ain't got no degree, he got a job, he talking articulate, and he expressing himself. He cool, calm, and collected. He confident. Now, which one you want to date? The first guy number 1 or guy number 2? Which one you want to date? All right, guy number 2. He had to work. He had to mature. He had to get them 6 gold teeth out his mouth. He had to learn how to talk. He had to learn how to approach a woman. He had to grow. He learned that from networking, going to networking events, building his business, getting out, passing out cards, shaking hands, getting out in different crowds. He in the Rotary Club. So he learned how to express himself. He learned how to approach a woman. He learned how to talk. So that's what I mean. When you single, if you single, it's work to be done. We never perfect. We never a finished product. So instead of crying and complaining about the lack of women or the lack of men, get to work. Get to work. My client I'm telling you about, she a multi-millionaire. She a multi-millionaire. In the pandemic, he done bought four cars for friends, family, paying off people's mortgage, paying off people's student loan, paying off people's credit card, just blessed abundantly. And all legal. All legal. Ain't no scams, ain't no fraud. Why is she single? So when this man come in, he understand, listen, she don't need me for nothing but love. She don't need me for nothing but love. And if all she need me for is love, if I take a stupid pill, if I ike a donkey, she gonna be through with me, because she was doing just fine before she met me. She was doing absolutely amazing before she met me. This is what the man saying when he come into her life. But when a man coming in your life, and you run, your tongue hanging out your mouth, you ain't thirsty no more, you dehydrated, you got a Gatorade contract, you endorsed by Gatorade, you so dehydrated. Your tongue hanging, nice to meet you, great to meet you. Whew. I've been waiting on you all my life. Where have you been? And that's how your energy feel. Because he asks you one question and you talk for 45 minutes. So although you talk for 45 minutes, just like how we talking right now, when he looking at you, that's what he's, come here. What you want? Take my whole body here. Take my shirt off. Here, I'm ready. You see what I'm saying? That's how you look. That's how you look. Because you sitting and complaining and arguing with relationship coach. You mad with relationship coach. You every day you punching the screen. You mad. You slapping your phone. You done broke your phone. Apple Care tired of you. They about to file a suit on you. You done broke so many iPhones. Because you angry because you still single and you getting mad with God. And God, he's looking at you like, what's going on? You not waiting on me. God looking at you like, look, I'm not a man that I should lie. I'm already ready. I'm waiting on you. Your spirituality ain't right. Because the man you keep praying for, he need a woman that's a little more spiritually mature. You curse too much. He's not ready. He does not want a woman that curse because he want to have children or he want to adopt children. And he don't want them cursing their kindergarten teacher out because you keep dropping the F word every time you stump your toe. You keep saying the S word every time you get mad. You need to keep growing spiritually. You see what I mean? So God looking at you, he said, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. And when you ready, spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, you ain't got to be perfect. You just got to be ready. Because you're still going to have a little bit of room to grow, because that's where you and your spouse going to grow together. But you at least need to get to there. Do you around here complaining? God said, at least get to here, because who I'm finna send you, this woman or this man I'm finna send you, they right here. So you at least need to be here. So while y'all dating, you got some time to go on, come on up. And then now y'all can help each other go even higher. You see what I'm saying? So while you single, occupy your time. Do what you need to be doing. Stop crying and complaining. Stop arguing. Stop being mad with God. Stop crying at night. Why you lonely? Why you lonely? You ought to be so busy that you're not lonely. You got 5 books to write. You got 5 companies to start. You got soup kitchens you need to be serving at one day a week. Feeding the homeless. You got stuff you need to be doing. Why are you sitting here counting how many men she done had? How many? She on her 3rd marriage. I ain't had the 1st. I ain't sniff a man. Well, when he look at you, your husband look at you, that's the face you got on. You look like you smelling lemons. Like you look like somebody done stuck a lemon on your nose. So how is he going to get the confidence to approach you? But when you ready, you done built your business, you done built your body, you done built your brain, you done built your brand. You got the 3 B's: brain, brand, body. Brain, brand, body. You feed your mind. You done started your company. Even if you working full time, you done started your blog. You done wrote your book. That's a brand. And then you eating the way you supposed to be eating. You working out 3 times a week. Or you going on a little 30-minute walk around the neighborhood 7 days a week. See, if you ain't working out 3 times a week yet, you ain't ready for no relationship. If you ain't eating somewhat decent, healthily, you ain't ready for no relationship. If you have not produced something that you cannot be fired from, a blog, a book, a knitting company, a mentor company, your life coach certification, your t-shirt line, something that you cannot be fired from, something that is a representation of your passion, of your personality. If you ain't created something, at least one thing, a .com, you ain't bought your name.com yet. You ain't ready for no relationship. If you have not fed your mind, you ain't been on TonyGassAcademy.com. You took Real Love University. Real Love University cost $47. So you done watch these videos and you ain't took Real Love University. So God looking at you like, you ain't even fed your mind. I can't send you a man. I ain't even letting the devil send you too many tests because you ain't got enough knowledge yet. Because every time you get on YouTube and an ad pop up, you get an attitude. See, this is what I'm talking about. You know what, these YouTubers, they just all about the money. Here go another ad. X. Get this video. You got too many ads. So God looking at you like, okay. So this is how God looking at you. Okay. So I done let this man dog out all these women. He done got his life right. And now he done dedicated his life to teaching from the mistakes he done made and the mistakes he done seen. And you can't even watch a whole video that's a free video because you mad about an advertisement. You ain't paid that man a dime. And so you don't want to watch a free video because you mad by the ads. But then you also don't want to spend $47 on Real Love University. But you want me to send you a husband who is not going to be perfect. So he going to try you. You going to have to check him. But you don't even know the red flags. But now, what did I tell you in my word? My words say that I would not put more on you than you could bear. You ain't even ready for a man because you don't even know the test that's going to come with a man. You ain't even ready to get tested. So I ain't going to do that to you because then you're going to be up the creek without a paddle. What do I look like? See, that's what God's saying to you. When you cussing the Lord out, and some of y'all done literally let a cuss word slip out when you talk to, oh Lord, forgive me. You know my heart. You know my heart. But Lord, I'm just, some of y'all done literally cussed at the Lord. I done had clients in the heartbeat and said, Tony, I was mad at you. I ain't watched you for a long time because you made me mad on one of your videos. I said, all right, I guess you scratched your booty and got glad because now you on this coaching call. So you realize that when nothing gonna change until you change. All right, thank you for being here. God bless you. Okay, how can I help you? You see what I'm saying? Like, listen, this ain't gonna change. Ain't nothing gonna change. And listen to me. You could think you perfect. Keep working. You could think I hear women say all the time, I got a degree, I got a job, I got a house, I got my own car, I got a savings. Where's my husband? You ain't working on that attitude. You ain't working on that attitude. Ain't nobody ask you to list all that out in the comments. Every time you sit down with a man, you got your diploma stuck on your head. I mean, you got your degree on your forehead. So that's your problem. You wearing all your accolades on your sleeve. You wearing your accolades on your forehead. As soon as you sit down to eat, he ain't took a bite. So yeah, I got a bachelor's degree, then I got my master's degree, and then I got my doctorate degree, and so it's like, it's like you girls is not on my level. And then it was like I went to the job and like immediately, boom, gave me a raise, and then I'm just like, oh my goodness, it is just entirely too hard to be this smart and this educated and just this amazing in this world with all these thoughts, you know. And like this guy I listen to on YouTube, he don't always know what he's talking about, but he calls him the loose booty 901, and it's just like, I don't even need a man. Like, I do not need a man for anything. So it's like, hold on, do I even want a man? Forgive me, I'm just in my head. And this how y'all be sounding. And I be talking to my wife about it. And I be seeing these comments like this. And I be talking to women, I be seeing DMs and messages like this. And I be like, Lord. I say, Lord, nah. I said, Lord, I got to talk to you now because, oh, I thought I had a little fly in my eye. I said, Lord, I got to talk to you now because I ain't looking at you. I'm looking at my mirror behind you. I said, Lord, I got to talk to you now because it seemed like to me, Lord, some of these women that you leave single, I'm like, Lord, some of these women, you turn them over to a reprobate mind. I'm like, Lord, you can't turn these women over to no reprobate mind now. And I see a few men. I've seen a few men in my comments that been turned over to a reprobate mind. Listen, yes, we not created to be alone. So when you alone, you can't be lonely. When you alone, you got to be working on your business, working on your brand, working on your career, working on your mind, working on your body. You got to be spending time with your loved ones that's still living because you've lost loved ones that you can't get that time back. So the ones who live and spend time with them, go on a vacation with them, go out to eat with them. Your friends, your true friends, your real friend, go out to eat. Y'all like to have a dinner date once a week. You ain't always got to be expensive. It could be free. Go up to Starbucks, ask for a cup of ice, and y'all sit there and chew on the ice and just you practice, you know, your ice chewing habit when you want to have a baby, or how you used to chew ice when you was pregnant, or what have you, or when you go on dog. And so just go out there and just get you some free cup of ice and just sit and just talk. It's against the law for a restaurant not to give you a cup of water. So if your budget don't allow it, you on the man who teach you not to have on your credit card, you on his financial plan, just get you a cup of water and just sit there and sip on that water and just eat it out and just have your conversation with your friend. And you need to be occupying your time. And then listen, as long as, see, the issue is a lot of times people get it all, but they ain't worked on their personality. They haven't worked on their heart. They don't understand humility. I've talked to so many women who, you know, in passing, bumping into women, you know, at events or what have you, and they will repel men because they have become conceited in their insecurity. Their insecurity of not being in a relationship has made them take too much pride in their sorority and in their degrees and in their job and in their income. When the woman who has all of that, but she don't mention that, she don't wear it on her forehead, she just feel like a humble spirit, a normal person. And this go for the men too, the same thing for the men, because I'm just talking to one so I can focus. So just invert it. If you listening the other way around, just invert the information. And so when you sit down and talk to somebody, they turned off because you've been by yourself so long that you done started talking to walls and talking to the lint on the floor and talking to yourself so much that now, because you have idle hands, that's the devil playground. I mean, idle mind, that's the devil playground. So now you done been turned over to the reprobate mind, and so you sit down to talk and you have not worked on your people skills. So you just talk way too much. Person don't even get a chance to say nothing. They sitting on a date and they just eating. They done ate the dinner, the dessert, the appetizer. They working on your appetizer and dessert now, and you still talking. Yeah, so then this right here happened. And so then after that, I was just like, you know what? And it was like everything is just going this way and going that way. And just people just so ridiculous in 2020. It's like the way I'm just going. And then he's sitting there like 2 hours later, and you ain't worked on yourself. So listen to me. Stop complaining. Men and women who single, stop complaining about it ain't no good men out there. It ain't got no good women, and just focus on you. Just do your work. Take your courses, start your companies, read your books, write your books, work on you. And don't worry about it. Because see, even when you feel like you have done the work and you ready, your season, your time might not necessarily be tomorrow. Might not necessarily be next week. Might not be next month. Might not be next year. Because see, 1,000 years is like one day unto the Lord. So when you say, hey, Lord, I'm ready. He said, okay, yeah, he coming next year. He coming 2022. You still got more to do. I need you. I'm trying to get your company to at least 50,000 a year first. Because he come in and all you making in this same $10,000 a year you've been making in your company. He gonna tell you to give up that dream. He gonna tell you that's a hobby and you wasting time and energy and money. So go on, get it up to 50K. Get your side gig up to 50K, and then I'm gonna send them. I'm just making an example. This ain't cause well, y'all be. So you telling me? Oh my goodness, these relationship coaches just get on my nerves. Yeah, I cannot believe YouTube allow relationship coaches. So let me get this straight. Let me get this right. So you telling me that my side gig got to be earning $50,000 a year for my man to come? Oh my goodness. Just the advice you giving these women. Oh my god, these women gonna be single the rest of their life listening to you. Listen, there was an example. Okay, I'm not talking literally. What I'm saying is keep working. Keep working. Don't count the days. Don't count the time. Because when you doing that, your face look like you constipated. So you walking right past your husband, but because your mind, because your countenance is not pure, because you're not truly ready inside and out. When he look at you, you look like Sour Patch face. So he just keep moving because he don't want that stress in his life. But when you get ready and you get right, it still might be a year. It might be 2 years. But guess what? When your heart is pure and when you're in the right space and you tap into where you need to be tapped in at, God gonna give you a peace. You have a peace in your singing. Apostle Paul was single. And he said, I wish all y'all could be single as I am. So you could be focused on the work of the Lord. Because he said, when you get married, you got to be focused on the work of the world. You got to be focused on worldly things when you married. But when you single, you could be focused on the work of the Lord. But he said it's better to marry than to burn. So what he's saying is stay out of fornication now because you're going to burn. You get in that fornication. It's better to get married. But while you single, listen, you might need to be Apostle Paul Jr., Apostle Paulina, and go ahead and do the work of the Lord. And at the appointed time. See, God is not man that he should lie. He know what you need. See, I say what I wish I would have done when I was single, but God knew that that's not what I needed. So God sent my wife before I built anything. Before I wrote a book, before I started a foundation, before I started a LLC, before I became an author, speaker, life coach, God sent my wife at my foundation. Because see, the way that I was wired, if I would have got me some success, I'd have probably been a dog. You hear me? Or I would have just been a male chauvinist. Oh, you coming in my life? What you bringing to the table? Let me tell you this. I make this money. Don't eat. Don't blink without asking me. You see what I mean? I probably would have been terrible. That's how some men are. You need allowance this week? What you need? $100? What you gonna buy? A house? I'm gonna send you $25. Yeah, what? How much your Starbucks cost? $3.47? Okay, times 7. $3.47 times 7. 21 and some change. $21. That's what I'm gonna send you $25. That's how some men treat their woman. Nah, I get it. Nah, I do get it. Nah, I don't get it. I'm just playing. I'm just joking. Some people, it's your first video and you don't know that when I be joking or not. But when I was saying I get it, I told my wife the other day, this off track. I told my wife, I said, baby, listen, you redoing the house, you getting stuff. I said, just get what you need to get. Don't worry about it. Do not be cheap. Don't worry about it. And I'm working, I'm trying to earn. And I see something going to the account, and I log in there the next day, and it's gone. So I had to talk to her today, like, hey, baby, you think we could spread some of these expenses out just because I feel like I can't earn it fast as it's going? And she just like, okay, all right. So I get it when you come into a man life and he got money and he put you on a budget. Hey, cause well, sometimes y'all women, well, I'm just playing. I had to tell my wife, hey, just do this right here. Cause she take me so literal. She love me so much. If I say, baby, hey, let's save some money, she'll literally go buy something from the dollar store and hang it up on my wall. And I'm like, baby, I didn't mean save that much money. Nah, take that dollar store picture off my wall. You just got me this nice couch, then you got me a dollar store. That don't go together. But I say that to say, when you married, life is different. You just can't do everything you want to do. But when you single, this your opportunity to build you. This your opportunity, because see, if God got you single, if you single and you ready and you feel whole and you feel like you want a relationship and you still single, keep doing the work, because that is God saying to you that you can handle success before marriage. You can handle making a little money before marriage. You can handle a little status before marriage. Everybody can't handle that. Or that's God saying, listen, I need these things to be established in your life before I send somebody in your life, because although they a good person, they still a human, and humans sometimes do what they want to do, not what God says do. So he says this human with good intentions could end up blocking a couple of things that I need you to bring to fruition before they come. And I'm not an author of confusion, so I'm not going to send this person into your life before you have produced what needs to be produced, because that will confuse the process. So get that together. Hey, my son just got home, and I got his practice an hour away tonight, so I got to get going. But listen to this for another 13 minutes if you need to get your hour in today. And I try to get back to my hour video. Somebody told me the other day, Tony, you need to do your hour video because you be leaving stuff out when you don't do an hour. But I just have not been having the time, and I have not been having the energy. And I'm about to go to a breathing doctor. Somebody was telling me I need to go take some. I'm probably gonna take some singing lessons. So, because I've been noticing I've been a little off on my Maxwell note when I hit that. So, and also I'm gonna take singing lessons just so that I could learn how to breathe. Because somebody put a whole dissertation about how to breathe on there, because I be on here running out of breath. So I'm obviously breathing from the wrong place. And listen, don't put the dissertation in the comments again. All right, I won't be asking. I do not be asking, but I'm gonna take me some breathing lessons so I could have the conditioning for this whole hour video for those of y'all who need to go that deep. But for the single, listen to this again. Listen to this again. Get this in your spirit. Because see, the reason why you have to listen to this stuff 2-3 times sometimes is because when I say a word, it may trigger a thought. It may make you think, and you go down memory lane, you go down future lane, past lane, left lane, right lane, and then you miss the next sentence or the next 2 sentences or 3 sentences. And them next sentences was actually your breakthrough, was actually what you needed to hear, but you got distracted. So just play this till you get it in your spirit. And if an ad pop up, just let it, when the ad pop up, just, you can hit skip. But if you got your phone sitting down because you doing something, just let the ad play and use that 15 seconds to process stuff. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Say hey, everybody.
Hi.
Daddy shooting the video. You that 15 second to process stuff. But hey, my son's here. I got to go. So like, you had a good day at school, buddy? Say God bless you. Oh, what's your Bible verse this week?
But I trusted in you, O Lord. I say you are my God. Psalm 31:14.
Oh, good job. Good job. All right, now, God bless you.